for the very, very last map of this best of 5 between Copenhagen Wolves and E-frag. E-frag? Definitely E-frag. It's definitely E-frag. And we've been through so many maps and so many convincing victories from either side, but now there's only one more map to play. It's going to be Overpass to separate these two teams and decide who will actually qualify for DreamHack Open London. And I have no idea who will win.
Nope, absolutely no clue. This is going to be really, really interesting to see. Whose choice is it again? This is going to be Copenhagen Wolves' choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting then.
I have no idea.
I've got nothing to say. It's just been so random, so many upsets. I can't really make a decision.
I mean, my expectation is always that E-frag should do better. They have way more in the bag of tricks than Copenhagen Wolves. They got more executes to play with. They got more experience as a team. They, in all situations, it's Copenhagen Wolves. Just I don't know. They've been most of their victories were, of course, in the first couple maps where they were able to actually continually reset E-frag on the money on the CT side, and that really was what caused them to have this insane swing of momentum. But then on the last map, we saw E-frag able to have an incredibly dominant showing, as well as Mirage. That was also pretty brutal. So you would expect E-frag to be feeling pretty good going into this, and E-frag are going to start off on the T side. So it's not ideal, as it's pretty CT-sided, this map, but at the same time, this map is a bit more complicated to play if you're a team that doesn't have a lot of rehearsal together.
That's definitely true, and obviously Copenhagen Wolves picking CT for that exact reason, and we're going to see 4 armor buys and a kit buy with 1 nade as well on zEVES, instead of smoke, which is interesting. And we're going to see some instant damage done by E-frag onto RUBINO there. Copenhagen Wolves pushing up into Fountain. He's going to be backing off shortly after. We're going to see Dreamer solo pushing the B bomb side, not to trade him, but don't worry, zEVES is going to be down already to 10 HP, and we're going to see 2 players instantly on red HP just seconds into the round. And yeah, we're going to see a full rush of the B player, of the T players into the B bomb side. And there we go, RUBINO going down finally, and still 4 players left on the CT side, but low HP on one of them, and there we go, Dreamer doing some nice damage there. Won't actually manage to get a single kill, but put the bomb down. That's all that really matters at the moment. A nice nade coming from zEVES, and that's exactly why he bought it for the retake onto spyleadeR, and it's a 4v3, and the kit's still on zEVES, and there we go, nice headshot onto Dreamer. This is definitely a doable situation, but time is ticking low and they better hurry up and get on the site. But Viktor here, playing this right, backing off, playing passive, not needing to overpeak, but don't worry, zende is right there to charge him out. And there we go, 2 versus 2, but zende going large with a nice headshot there. Will finally be tagged down by Bubble, and Bubble finishing him off, and the defuse is coming in. Oh my god, he ran out of ammo on 12 HP.
Wrecked.
What?
That's
Bubble.
Hilarious. That is hilarious.
Oh my god.
Bubble, you've been sold down the river.
1 bullet more would have done it. That's so unlucky for E-frag. Devastating.
At that point, all you had to do was just throw the Glock at the guy and he would have died.
Oh, that must hurt. That must really hurt.
Either way, they're going to force it up after getting the bomb down and go with the surprise buy. And with E-frag, again, this is one of the reasons why I like them for this entire series, is because they have a plan in this situation. It's very legit to go for a buy in this spot. Straight away, if you've got the plays, and of course they have the plays. They're E-frag, they're on the T side, and they're going to make their way in for that trade onto the B bomb side. They're going to get it finally, but the cost was pretty dear. They lost 2 players there, 4-1. However, the bomb will go down, and they can take post-plant positions. And Bubble is alive with that AK, but his teammates are falling down around him. It's just spyleadeR left with the CZ, and despite getting the bomb down, they are going to lose. And only 1 player went down, and even worse than that, the AK gets picked up for the scout, so that's really nice there for Copenhagen Wolves. E-frag should really consider a save.
I hope they do at this point, and it seems like they're probably going to with that kind of money. And yeah, oh wow, no, they're going to be buying up, but still keeping a little bit of money in the bank, so they will be able to buy regardless next round, even if they win or lose this one. The bomb plant will help especially, and they should be able to pick up an AWP with the bomb plant. But really, not too sure what to make of this buy. I kind of understand it, but surely better to full eco or just a light eco so they could afford full nades for sure regardless. But there we go anyway. Going to just see a normal B kind of play coming out from E-frag, and going to be a pre-rotate from one of the A players here. The bomb hasn't been spotted yet, but a few players haven't. A couple of nades going to do a little bit of damage, but not going to get any frags with them. And there we go, Viktor charging to the site. One player is flashed, he takes out Zende. That's going to be good. He's got the early frag, which is going to be helpful for them. And now zEVES just walking on the bomber, not even realising what's happening. And he's just going to miss the bomb plant. And the bomb plant's going to go down. There we go. And this is going to be a nice retake here. Solid from them. And there we go, spyleadeR. Only one left alive. Got to be trying to defend the bomb, but you know, with 13 bullets left, how much can he really do? The defuse is going to come in, and there we go, RUBINO finishing him off, and that'll be 3 rounds to Copenhagen Wolves. So very funny there that the bomb even went down. It shouldn't have in that situation. zEVES literally centimeters away from the planter there. But here we go. E-frag finally getting a full buy up, and they have all the nades to work with as well. No AWP, but they did not win the round for that, so that's understandable there. And Copenhagen Wolves also still have that scout. They haven't upgraded it regardless, having enough money to do it. It seems like Twist with that scout's going to be playing B-long at the moment. So just going to see what's happening with this round. We're going to see a default coming out from E-frag actually. So just a normal split, 3 upper and then 1 underpass and then 1 near B. And Twist just doing a nice shot there. It doesn't actually land it actually. Thought he would have capped the leg. But we're seeing a boost here coming from jkaem, and he might be able to get lucky with that. Terrorists are pushing up quite close, so possibility of him actually getting a shot on one of them is very high. And there we go, they're pushing in. He does get one. No, he doesn't actually get one at all. Dreamer goes large instead, gets a headshot onto him. Now RUBINO is close in the smoke, and nades are going to go out, and they know he's still there. They're playing it slow. They know the possibility of him still being there as high. And there we go. He does pick up one. Nice spray down. Picks up 2 as well. And they are just going to flash him out, and he will get traded. But here we go. Now into a 2-on-3. And Bubble is low HP. Just needs 1 nade onto him. We'll do it. And zEVES needs to rotate. But don't worry. They're going back towards the B bomb site. And Twist needs to call this to his teammate, because he's just come up towards A. But wait, no, they are not going towards the B bomb site. They're faking it. Very clever move. Pushing out back long. Now zEVES is still on B, and I don't think Twist has even realised this yet. So this worked actually really well for E-frag. Really unexpected play, and Bubble pushing the smoke obviously first with 1 HP between the plate. 10 seconds left on the clock. The bomb is going to go down though, and that could be brutal for E-frag right here. And there we go. Bomb just planted with only a second remaining, and zEVES trying to retake the site. And now he's against Bubble with only 1 HP. There's really not a whole lot he can do, and the Molotov will go down. That's going to finish him off easily through the smoke, and the defuse should come in fine.
Nicely done by Copenhagen Wolves to get the retake, but equally E-frag playing the numbers and the rotations, pretty basic stuff there. It will be interesting to see if they continue to play these rounds up the A side. I think they can get a lot of edges there. We saw DreamHack opening things up pretty effectively, and again, this should be a situation where they can rinse and repeat. I think the biggest problem for them is going to be Twist on that AWP, because of course he's a very good player, but if he's going to be playing dynamically towards between A and B, when you never know where he's going to be or how far he's going to be pushed, it's going to be pretty problematic. And he's going to go for a deep push onto the party area, I do believe, if my eyes do not mistake me. And yep, he is doing that, and it's pretty unfortunate because that is the single round where E-frag decide to go for an incredibly fast, untelegraphed push into that B bomb site. zEVES is stuck in the water though, but he's kept himself alive and he's claimed a kill. So this is actually a really huge deal, because E-frag are going to struggle to actually hold onto this bomb site. But in comes the cavalry from all sides.
zEVES here, getting flashed through the smoke by his teammates. Really good team play. Just going to walk past Bubble there. Still trying to frag him. Does do some damage, and finally Twist from behind does finish him off with the AWP through that wall there. Defuse coming in. Copenhagen Wolves up to 5 rounds. And, you know, with a 5-0 lead already, this is looking good for Copenhagen Wolves on the final map of this best of 5.
Yeah, definitely. It's a pretty CT-sided map in most cases, and we have E-frag able with the bomb plant to afford a full buy on the following round, so they've got that max money bonus as well, so that's going to give them 4,200 every time they lose and get the bomb down, so full buys every day. But Copenhagen Wolves, they're going to go the same round pretty much. It was actually incredible that they were able to do so well on the retake. It is very hard to hold the B-bomb site. There's nowhere to really stand. You have to fall back, so the CTs can take it quickly. That's one of the reasons why people prefer to play B retake instead of A retake. And look at this from Copenhagen Wolves. They've managed to actually completely clear the A side of the map, so they're just all running towards B. It's pretty much the same round once again, but this time zEVES goes down for naught. That's the big difference, and it could just be enough to swing things finally into E-frag's favor as the retake commences.
Yeah, Twist with that retake with the AWP might not be the easiest thing in the world, especially against 5 remaining players of E-frag, so RUBINO just failing that flash, and a nice boost here might be able to get them an early pick, but no one's going to be peeking. Really good play from E-frag, just playing passive angles at the moment. NKL is going to be Molotov down to low HP, but zende coming in from connector will manage to get one, but get traded out instantly, and then RUBINO fake the fuse, and the smoke is down in front of him, but he's still going to get pushed off, and finally Dreamer gets the last kill onto jkaem. Then that was just a huge spray fest from both teams. Hard to keep track of who is living and dying there, but E-frag regardless picked up the round, and that's a very much needed round. As long as they don't get reset here, if you look at their money, it's not looking very good. Apart from Dreamer with 2,600, might be able to buy next round regardless. But well, if he gets reset, actually he won't. So could be a real problem. They really need to pick up this round. Very important. And they're going to be going for an A push at the moment. Well, it seems like a default as usual, but they have actually got 2 CTs and underpass at the moment. So this could be an interesting challenge there.
Yeah, Twist is taking up arms with the AWP towards the monster tunnel, and there's not much resistance towards that area. And Copenhagen Wolves are actually at risk at the moment, because the problem with playing 2 CTs in connector is that the Ts can actually just push past you. And although that sounds nice because you can get a flank, it means that the A site is pretty much up for grabs. And then all they have to do is push back to toilets, and they can win the round straight away. Even worse is when NKL walks up and takes down one of the players straight away. At least RUBINO has the trades alive, though, for the team. And this is going to put a lot of pressure onto E-frag, because they've got to make something happen at this point. They've got 50 seconds left, they're down a man, and Twist is repositioned towards bank, if I'm not mistaken, with his AWP. So this is going to be really tough, but they have the nades to at least get the plant down in front of the containers. Twist is going to go in, though, and see if he can get an angle sneakily around the side of the smoke, but he's not finding it, and it's going to be the rotation, full rotation from Copenhagen Wolves, but 2 players in toilets. Even though it's 2-on-4, it's going to be really hard for the CTs if they play it perfectly. But actually Twist with the AWP should give them a strong advantage with that AWP.
There we go, both players playing passively. The defuse will come in here. Looks like there's absolutely no chance here for Viktor in this 1-on-3 situation. They're going to peek wide, and zEVES will finish them out. The defuse will come in, and there we go. Copenhagen Wolves up 6-1, and E-frag with their money reset. Not looking good for them at all, and they might be able to put together a kind of force with 3 rifles and 2 pistols, and it seems like that's going to be what they want to do at this moment.
Yes, it's the right call there as well. Like, if you're in that situation, if you ever find yourself as a team in that situation where the bomb's down and they've gone to toilets, you have to push all together to just kill them straight away, because you can't really sit on the defuse very easily. You just need to get the kills there, because they can just keep repeating you constantly if you try to play too far back. And 6-1, it's a nice little scoreline for the Copenhagen Wolves. And now they're up against an E-frag that doesn't really have good equipment either. They're really suffering on the weapons at the very least. And we have a very defensive setup from Copenhagen Wolves, which does indicate that they're a little bit afraid that they could get caught off guard by some errant CZ or Tech 9 shots, so just playing it on the ranges. And you can see that Twist has all the ranges to play with. He might just get contact very, very soon. He spots ahead. There should be a beheading, and indeed Twist will get the shot onto Viktor. But E-frag, what are they going to do as a response to this? I mean, I'm pretty sure they are aware exactly of what Copenhagen Wolves are doing, but it's very hard to stop when you're just outgunned and outpositioned.
Yeah, but they're going to push towards the A site regardless, and this might not be the best decision with 3 players already and 1 and 4 rotating.
Oh, wow.
And there we go, Twist through the smoke as he does picks up 1. The spyleadeR going down. Now only 3 T players remain. Bubble luckily getting a trade frag, putting the odds a little more in their favour, and NKL equaling that up too. But zende and RUBINO are close to do some damage, and now only Dreamer is left alone on the site. Oh, zEVES through the smoke. Lovely shot there, and 7-1 score now for Copenhagen Wolves, and that's going to lead them in a really good situation, and this map is going very in their favour.
Yeah, they at least were able to do a lot of damage there, E-frag, so that actually helps them quite a lot, because there's still a lot of room in the half to get some rounds strung together, but they haven't really been able to make a lot of these aggressive plays work. The last kind of rush-based round they had on the buy round was when they instantly killed zEVES, but it was also because Copenhagen Wolves put 3 players pushing A long. So this has been a pretty big deal for E-frag, that they're just not hitting as many shots as they need to. And once again, you know, if you're getting the bomb down this site, it's hard to hold the site. You got to fall back, and they're going to go for it again. Nice insta kill onto zEVES, but jkaem with a quick double before he goes down should provide Copenhagen Wolves with all the retake power they need.
But yeah, they've got plenty of nades to work with, so they should be able to get a solid retake in there. And there we go, Dreamer doing some damage through the wall, but he is going to be hurt even more. And there we go, Zende right in on him, and the Molotov will go out long, but there's going to be no T players there. And last one alive, spyleadeR. Is it short here, and they've got plenty of people to hold him off now. He shouldn't have really too much of a chance, and the Twitch is actually just going to be stuck. There's nothing you can do. And there we go, finally finished off there by RUBINO. And 8 rounds to Copenhagen Wolves, and E-frag still can't buy a full buy.
Yeah, it's pretty gruesome. It is pretty gruesome. And it obviously seems like they keep feeling like, oh, okay, we don't have enough, we don't have an AWP, we don't have enough weapons to like really trade properly in towards A, so we just have to keep going sewers and B. And that's the big issue as well, because they definitely could get an edge if they were able to put bubble on an AWP towards A, but never mind, we do have the push coming in straight away towards B. Once again, they like their chances here with the double entry from NKL. I can't say I blame them, but there's another player, zEVES, he's snuck behind by barrels. They didn't know he was there. He's going to get a quick double, and that's going to change everything there for his team. zEVES single-handedly bringing them back in, but Dreamer trying to shove them back out again as he takes zEVES out, and jkaem is left to do a 1-on-3 against the bomb as well as it ticks away, and this is not going to bode well for him. He's going to get some damage, but that is going to be the round for E-frag. But they did lose a couple players. But that said, you know, they've been doing some damage consistently. We can see the effects of that as Copenhagen Wolves strapped for cash.
That is a good point, and if you notice, E-frag obviously picking up with their second round will be able to afford another full buy. 2 M4s on them as well, so they're making use of the enemy's weapons here. And Copenhagen Wolves, you know, they are doing extremely well this map, so I wouldn't put them out of even winning this forced by eco situation. There we go, NKL pushing into the site, will manage to pick up a frag onto zEVES, and Zende needs to trade him out fast, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen with 4 players pushing out long. Dreamer full white there, but it's not going to matter. No one getting aggressive on there, and spyleadeR with a nice position here, holding the flank, is going to peek out. Just going to get that kill onto RUBINO. Only 30 points of health left, and there's not going to be a whole lot Copenhagen Wolves can do. They're just going to get shut down one by one like this with no trade at all. And an upper plant, which is an interesting choice there by Bubble, instead of just going for a save, especially in a 2 versus 5. But don't worry, he's going to finish off jkaem, and then NKL will finish off Twist too, and that's going to be another round for E-frag. So very important. They need as many rounds as they can get on this T side. And 3 so far is not looking too impressive, but if they keep working on it, keep building it up, you know, there's always a chance they can get 7-8, which would be great for them.
It's quite likely as well that they're going to keep putting a lot of work into the B side of the map as well, considering that NKL specifically has been getting a lot of sick entries towards that area. But they know that there's no money on Copenhagen Wolves right now. They have certainly been keeping tabs, and we're going to see a much more passive opener. I mean, you can just tell by this position here from NKL, this is a very, very nice and safe position against any aggression from sewers and from monster tunnels. So he's going to be able to spot anything at all. He'll see zEVES, I think, although that said, he did just drop back at the moment that zEVES peaked, so he won't see anything there. It doesn't really matter, as slowly but surely E-frag take more and more of the map. But it's just a question of time, really. Eventually, they're going to decide to hit a site, and I mean, I think B, of course, they don't know that it's empty, but I think B is definitely much more doable. Once you use some grenades, get through monster, you get a lot of good open engagements, but that's at A as well. Pretty good if you got the nades for it.
There we go, spyleadeR with the entry frag onto Twist, and RUBINO will follow up with a frag of his own, but don't worry, he's been traded out by Dreamer, and now 3 players remain on this A site. There we go, Zende going down to Bubble, and this A stack is not working in the favour of Copenhagen Wolves at all. Dreamer pushing into the site, does pick up one, they finally finish off the last player. Only losing spyleadeR against that eco, so that's a very good round for E-frag there. They are going to call in a pause there. That's going to be spyleadeR, but just a TeamSpeak error, yeah. Okay, so E-frag are putting some rounds together, and now that they've got 4 rounds and they have the opportunity to get a couple more, I definitely, I'm feeling pretty comfortable with E-frag again, because it is a pretty CT-sided map.
and Copenhagen Wolves, from what we've seen of their T sides today, it's nothing really to shout about. I mean, sure, they had a pretty awesome T side on Cash, and Dust 2 was pretty good, but the key differences on those two maps is that it comes down to a lot of these aim duels, whereas on this map, you can play a style as CTs where you should have the advantage in spots. You can take aggressions, you can, as a team, you can push the A side of the map, you can take some nice team play setups, you can mix it up, you can go aggressive on Connector, on Sewers, if you really want to get aggressive, or you can just play incredibly passively. And it's much more like Inferno, which is where E-frag did really well on the CT side, where the Ts have to force the engagements. So there's a lot of flexibility for E-frag to play it however they want. But so I think that we can have a really open game at the moment. It was looking very one-sided because what did we have, 6-1 or something? But now at 8-4, definitely much more respectable for E-frag.
Definitely, and really, like I said, they're just going to need as many rounds as they can get on T-side. Overpass is fairly CT, but I find that Overpass, although it is fairly CT, if you have a good T-side, you can actually pick up a lot of rounds, in comparison to other maps like Inferno and Mirage. You can actually stop even a good CT hold. It's just the main issue is the rotate times between A and B for the CTs is rather easy, but with a wall of smokes like we've seen E-frag do already, that's an always guaranteed way to get the bomb plant, especially on an eco, and just repositioning in toilets and long, you can just watch that bomb and stop any diffusers coming in. But we're just going to wait for this TeamSpeak error to be fixed. We should be going live very shortly. There we go, ready. So going back into the round. Yeah, bubbles ping. Seems fine at the moment. Yeah, it is going down. Oh no, it's spiking a little bit. So we're just going to wait for that to stabilize, and then we should be going back in. If we just have a look at the buys again, E-frag keeping these two M4s on the T side, which is an interesting choice, as well as Copenhagen Wolves. zEVES still hasn't bought up yet, but he is actually finally going to buy an M4. So they have got a full buy on the CT side. Not a lot of nades to work with, only 3 smokes. jkaem can't even afford a single nade, so that should be a problem with them. But I think it's good. The fact that E-frag are using these M4s is forcing Copenhagen Wolves to buy head armor, because they know, even though not all of them are, but jkaem is at least. But it should hopefully force Copenhagen Wolves to buy some head armor when they have enough money, at least, because and dwindle down their economy, knowing that these M4s aren't even a one-shot headshot against head armor. But hopefully Bubbles ping has been fixed. There we go. They are going back in live now, and hopefully soon.
So, I have a question for James. James, do you have any more things to give away? Could we give away the thing that we just gave Bongers, because he hasn't got it yet?
And he has got it.
He has got. Oh, you gave it to him already?
Yeah.
Oh, he's won so many things. We shouldn't let him win stuff, James.
Give him a PP Bison irradiated.
He's already got one. He's already got a signed Battle Scarred Bison. And if you guys want to get in on the many raffles we're gonna have in the future, you just follow the channel so you never miss an opportunity for the shenanigans.
Do a couple of case openings.
Oh,
we're giving this away at 650k.
At 650,000 followers, we will be giving this one away as well. So
they can hear me, by the way.
So, oh, they can hear you.
Yeah, I decided to talk.
Oh, okay.
And we're giving this away, and an AWP Medusa, which I'm currently using myself because it's fun. Yes.
Nice.
Ooh.
Perk of the drop. Goodbye.
Alright, so we should be going live momentarily here. So this is going to be very, very shocking for E-frag if they're not able to actually win this and just win this qualifier. Like, honestly, if you look at their entire story, this would be the only bump, basically, the only trough that they would have experienced, because everything is actually, ever since Star Series, the last Star Series finals, everything's been going up for them, slowly but surely. They made it into the groups there. They were to beat TSM at the Take TV event. They've been doing better and better and better, and looking scarier and scarier, getting more and more fans, fixing holes in their game. But today, this is the weakest I've seen them in a long time. So if they're able to just get past this little hump and actually qualify, that is going to be such a relief for these guys. And they have worked so incredibly hard for this stuff. So let's see if they can do it. They have to come back from this 8-4 deficit that they're on at the moment. And we have a full buy for both teams. Copenhagen Wolves are lacking grenades, so this is definitely an opportunity for E-frag to capitalize. The lack of grenades does mean that any push they do onto a bomb site should be stronger.
Yeah, definitely. We're just going to see, I An A push coming out here from E-frag, putting all 5 players towards A long at the moment. Just DNK are lacking behind, and the bomb going up as well, but they might come into close contact with the player in bathrooms here, but don't worry, Twist will go down, and there we go, Viktor with the opening frag. It's going to be good for the E-frag team, and the rotate is going to come in towards the A site from 2 players there, I think that is.
Oh, this is what I was wanting to see earlier. The AWP coming into play for E-frag on the A side of the map, considering how active Copenhagen Wolves have been there in the past, despite a very passive approach this round due to the lack of equipment. But in goes E-frag straight away with the M4s, with the AWP, and they are completely decimating the defense there on the A bomb site. There is nothing that Copenhagen Wolves have to say for themselves, and that is RUBINO dead as well. So jkaem's left in a spot where he's just got to save. There's literally nothing that can be accomplished.
Bubble is still trying to chase him down though, and he might be doing some challenging here. There we go, Bubble getting the headshot, and interesting to see the Bubbles still picking up that M4 and spyleadeR AWPing instead, and spyleadeR just dropping his AWP there just before the round ended and buying up an AK instead. So an interesting choice there. Obviously they don't want an AWP on their team, but Dream actually got a nice bank there above all his team. Most players rocking around 9k, spyleadeR only at 2 because he did drop his AWP, and Dreamer there with 11. So solid bank on them, apart from Copenhagen Wolves on the complete opposite there. They're going to be on pistols this round, and RUBINO being fragged out early as they do rush towards long bubble with a nice double kill, and spyleadeR followed up with one of his own. There we go, just zEVES left alone, but he does get 2, and that's going to be good for him. That's all that he really matters on an eco, and there we go, 3 already, and the bomb is down, but he's going to be finished off there by Dreamer. And that'll be 6 rounds to E-frag, so they really are bringing this back, and this is looking good, and we're going into the last round of the first half here. So if E-frag can pick up 7, like I said earlier, that would be really good for them, and they might be able to contest Copenhagen Wolves on the CT side. But regardless, even if Copenhagen Wolves pick up this 9th round, E-frag have done their half, and they've done well, coming back from 6-1 earlier.
Okay, so the AWP is on Twist again, and he is going towards Monster Tunnel this time around. It's been a while since he's been in this. Oh no, sorry, it's actually zEVES who's there. So Twist is over by A long, if I'm reading the map correctly. And we have Suez control for Copenhagen Wolves as well, so they're being quite active around the map. E-frag though, they should come into contact with Twist if he stays in position, but he's going to back away onto the A bomb site. So not really much to say for Twist. spyleadeR, who's AWPing as well for the T side, is just sticking around the monster area, but there is no real point of contact for him. There's no CTs that are going to be messing with him too much. We'll see a quick information play there. It's very useful for Copenhagen Wolves to actually figure that out, that there's players lurking in that position. And we'll get even more actually rotating there. However, they don't have Suez, so if they actually expect to go and attack into the B-bomb site, not having anybody coming from Suez or even having control or knowing what's going on there is a really big deal.
Yeah, especially when they try and get the plant down and 2 players run up from short and take them out. That could be a real issue there, and we're going to see 4 players near the B site, so this could be a real problem for E-frag as they push in. They do get 1 frag straight out though, and there we go, Joakim and Zende from short as they didn't expect to pick up a frag each, and there we go, spyleadeR left alone in the 1 versus 3, and here we go, he is on the site now, does get 1 frag on a non-ready jkaem, but actually he's got a nice flank on here. He has got the bomb, but there is a player right above him, and it's not really sure if he's going to be able to get behind him in time with only 13 seconds left on the clock. He has to make a move, and Twist is aware of this. He's going to peek out on the AWP, just catching off guard. There we go, and that'll be the half. 9-6. So spyleadeR almost doing that, but not quite. And Copenhagen Wolves picking up 9 rounds on the CT side. It works for both teams. 9-6 I'd say is solid for both teams and their level of play on each half. So we're going to go into the second half now. If we just take a look at the buys, 4 armor on CT with 1 kit and nade buyer, and then on T we're going to see, I assume, wow, 5 armor buys from Copenhagen Wolves, so I assume they're going for some kind of rush here.
Yeah, pretty crazy that actually in the first 9 or 10 rounds there were 7 defusers. That's actually really nuts. Okay, so we have a very central presence from E-frag. They've got positioning on connector, they've got fast rotations, fast flanking actions. They're going to spot the entire lineup going through Suez. In come the shots from the USPs. Will it be enough so far? I mean, E-frag, they are holding on to connector, and Copenhagen Wolves have not progressed into the B-bomb site, so that is job done. But here comes the cavalry for Copenhagen Wolves. Oh, RUBINO with a quick pop to take down 2 players, and now it's a 3-on-3 situation where Bubble's holding the line at toilets. This is not going well for him though, and that said, he's going to finally get a frag. Somehow gets out of there, but jkaem will finish him off. So now it's 2-on-2. We've got a minute left to play with, and this is anyone's game.
Yeah, and obviously the kit is still on the E-frag side, so they got something to work with. But that means a lack of armor on NKL, and that could be a problem with these Glocks in the same punch. But actually, no, wait, there's no Glocks on the CT side, on the T side, so they swapped them out for both USPs, and we're seeing a nice flank here coming along from Dreamer. That is up connector. I don't think they're going to be ready for that, and NKL just playing passive because of that, and he's going to get tagged down to 64 HP, and the bomb will be planted without too much of a challenge. But look at Dreamer, he's lacking behind. What's he doing? He's wasting too much time, and there we go. He is on the flank now, does a lot of damage here, does finish off the kill to jkaem, and now only one player left on the T side, and that will be zEVES. He will go for the shot, not managing to connect too much, and the defuse is coming in, and there we go. He picks up one, peeks out wide, and wow, that's going to be an incredible 1 versus 2, giving Copenhagen Wolves the pistol, and zEVES doing very well there.
He had 5 bullets left as well, so he didn't really have a second opportunity with that one. So very, very close, but Copenhagen Wolves have the advantage, and they will win the pistol again. So very, very powerful round from them. Or the implications are very powerful. E-frag go with a force up, and they are going in with some aggression towards connector. Once again, we'll see the battle start off in the round in this area, but you can see the cognizance here to connector aggression from Copenhagen Wolves. They placed the Molotov to try, and I think that Molotov needs to go a little bit further, and that might have been the expectation. So we'll have to see if Copenhagen Wolves actually feel like that's clear now because of the Molotov landing there. Twist probably hears some stepping as well. So tentative beginning for both sides.
They're getting actually quite close to Twist there, and Underpass pushing up quite aggressively, and he might just catch them off guard with that Mac 10 if they do decide to push, and it seems like he's actually might be going for the peak soon, but they are going to be backing off, so it's not going to be too much of a threat for him at the moment. Just going to see slow play, as we do on anti-ecos after winning the pistol from Copenhagen Wolves. Here we go, RUBINO trying to spot. He does see Bubble jumping up, and there we go. Viktor actually picks off Twist and Underpass, so that's a Mac 10 on his side now, but he's only down to 5 HP as the terrorists do push up towards the A side. Bubble here with a nice reposition. The bomb will go down actually for Bank this time, so that's an interesting choice. Copenhagen Wolves part, and there we go, Zende. Nice frag there with the Mac 10, and the rotation for the CTs are going to come in. They're actually going to go quite large, and there we go. spyleadeR left alone in a 1 versus 1, and zEVES, we've seen him clutch last round. He can definitely do it, and it seems like he will. 11-6.
It's very costly though, and E-frag, last time that this happened in this situation, they forced up again, and that was on the first half. I really don't want to see that happening, and they have to full save. That was a really good round. I mean, even if Copenhagen Wolves survive with all players in this round, they killed everyone but 1 player. So even, you know, that's fine. They've done enough with that previous round. Oh, they do it again. Oh no, this is really risky. If they lose this round, they're very likely going 5-0 straight away on the second half. So
yeah, that's not good for them. We have seen it work before, but like, is it really worth the risk?
It's very.
There we go, Viktor.
It's very low percentage you're going to see this work. The only thing about Copenhagen Wolves is, again, they're not super rehearsed, so they might not be as well dealing with this as most teams. And that said, it's going to actually start to pan out somewhat here for E-frag. They've picked up an AK onto Viktor, they've claimed the bomb, and now it's going to be Copenhagen Wolves turning full attention towards that bomb, throwing a smoke behind that position, or maybe even a flash. I'm not sure which one that was. So they should be able to pick it up now. They're very, very careful because, of course, that is very close range, that door area. There can be anyone there. But NKL, he's coming in from the back. Someone needs to be looking at this position. Zende's got it. NKL's dead.
Oh, that almost looked like it was going to work, but 3 players peeked. Not sure who that was. I think it was Viktor. 3 players peeked Viktor at once on short there, so he wasn't able to do it. Now Bubble's going to have to save his pistol and armor here. And as you said, it's probably going to push Copenhagen Wolves up to 5-0 on this half, which is not good for E-frag at all.
They need to stop doing stuff like this. It really makes no sense. You're in the second half. It's a situation where you just have to save 1 round, and they already forced the first one, so that they will be able to buy rifles and play a normal setup, basically. Sure, they won't have AWPs because they did the first force buy, but they got 4 kills. That's really good, because that means that, you know, it's about how the implications are for the future rounds. It means that if they do get a round or 2 earlier on, that Copenhagen Wolves are much more likely to have to eco instead of being able to buy, and that's how Copenhagen Wolves have been winning so many of the crazy situations we saw on the first 2 maps. But E-frag, they should be buying on this round, but they don't have any money. They've got to eco once more, and That's going to put Copenhagen Wolves to 13 rounds because E-frag went with an incredibly high-risk play, even though they're on the favoured side.
Yeah, and I'm not really liking this decision-making from E-frag. It's just, you know, it's on the last half of the last map of this best of 5. It's really not a time where you should be force buying in unnecessary situations. You just want to play it out and try and out-aim and try and outstrat the opponents instead of just trying to surprise them with buys. Because, you know, I like the whole surprise idea. It gets you 1 frag, maybe 2, but, you know, then people realise that, hey guys, they've got pistols armor. Just play safe, and then, you know, your whole strat is just gone. And yeah, you got 1 or 2 kills, but by and large, you're going to lose.
They should watch some TSM demos because TSM are one of the best teams with handling those situations. One of the best teams that do the are the most effective with P250 ecos as well, where you just get P250s because they're only $300, but they're obviously very good. So you get some killing power, but you are saving very effectively at the same time. But looks like Copenhagen Wolves are going to make their move straight into B through Monster Tunnel. So,
but look at this stack on the A site from E-frag members. There's no one here, and only NKL playing for retake here in sewer, and I think they're probably going to work it out soon. The E-frag are pushing over. Yeah, that smoke will give away the information, and right onto the bomb site without too much of a challenge. Twist is going to be checking lower, but they've realised that the site is completely empty, and NKL just needs to wait for his team for this retake. They've got a few pistols to work with, but they're playing at ranges here. It's not going to be a whole lot they can do. Zende, nice frag there, and Twist will also follow up with 1, trying to go for the second here, and RUBINO will do it instead. And that just seems like an easy cleanup. No deaths at all. Flawless from Copenhagen Wolves, and E-frag spent, you know, $500 each on those pistols, so it's a bit of a risk there. And 13-6 is the scoreline at the moment. So E-frag, with their last chance at an attempt for a full buy, I can imagine, unless they win this round, of course.
Yep. I mean, if anyone understands like a really good argument for their double force buy when they were like 9-6 or whatever, then tweet me and give me your explanation, because I'd like to know if there is a legitimate reason, but I really don't think that there is. Maybe if it was like they had the first half like 13-2 or something, or 12-3, then it can make more sense, but never mind. We have the full buy, finally, from E-frag. What can they do with it? We don't have much action towards A. They've actually given up a lot of space on A. It's completely up for the taking for Copenhagen Wolves. They don't even have to use any grenades to take positioning here, which is very, very awesome, because it means that when they go into their execute onto the bomb site, they'll have way more to play with, way more to stop the CTs from actually being able to effectively defend the sites.
It's definitely true, and really it seems like they're doing some kind of boost here up on A long. Not really too sure of the purpose of that. Just to stop jump spotting from getting any information there. That's interesting. Nice choice there. jkaem entering in, flash inbound, and there we go. He does get a frag, gets traded out, but they need the second frag of the round. But no, Viktor is in place to get that triple kill that they really need. And there we go. He will turn that into a quad kill, and that's a nice round for Viktor and E-frag in general. But it's just showing how much E-frag are depending on 1 or 2 players to kind of just carry their team through each round. It's not even a specific couple of players, but a lot of the times, a lot of the rounds that E-frag win are just single players just going large, and you know, you can't place a team around that, and that could be dangerous to kind of always have that on someone's shoulders. And again, Copenhagen Wolves being able to buy up, having a last-ditch attempt at buying before they're going to have to eco around, and seem to be going towards A long again.
Alright, Copenhagen Wolves just need 3 rounds. Once again, trying to take that easy map control. They felt that it was super easy last time, going for it again, clearing it out. jkaem leading the charge, and once again, it's pretty much for free at the moment. The cool thing, it would be cool if Copenhagen Wolves would put more pressure into sewers at the start of the round and do this, even if they do it at separate times, because that would really eliminate E-frag's ability to know what's going on. That said, rotations are quite quick on this map, so it doesn't matter too much, but it does slow down E-frag's ability to flank their push on A, and they do have a man on connector who's keeping tabs if there were to be CTs trying to flank them currently, but there are not, and they're going to be in. They're going to try the same round. This time looks like it's going a bit better, but Viktor, he needs to deliver a triple kill again. He's working on it, and he gets 2, but where is the third one? It's going to be Twist that will shut him down. There's no hope for him anymore as Copenhagen Wolves get the bomb planted. In this 3-on-3, this looks really good for them.
Give it the spray through the smoke, might do a little bit of damage there onto the zEVES, but zEVES will actually get a frag after he does get traded out there, but now it's a 2 versus 2 situation. The bomb is planted for Twist here, and it seems like a long rotate coming from jkaem there, and Twist getting a huge frag. This is going to turn around completely backwards, and oh my god, he's going to get a double, and that's going to be 14 rounds to Copenhagen Wolves, and that is just, devastating for E-frag. Their money is reset, and they have absolutely nothing to work with. And now Copenhagen Wolves are in line for securing the draw. And we've seen E-frag's force buys, and they are not working well on CT Overpass so far. All 3 or 4 of them they've done already. So
it's very minus EV is the best way to describe it for those who know poker terminology. So 14-7, E-frag with a bunch of random weapons just slung together, all in the hope to make it work. And so far, Dream is able to get a quick double to start them off. Bubble gets a kill with a 5-7, putting Copenhagen Wolves just down to 2 players. So this early aggression from E-frag is working out. But the thing is that this kind of style was what Envious started to resort to when there was, basically a bit of craziness going on within the team. They just started, they started force buying in loads of situations. But when you have the 5 players that they had, like 5 players, you have insane individual skill. Of course, it works much more of the time. I don't think it's a style that E-frag can rely on. I think it's a style that even any team can rely on. As even Envious at their, they were not able with so much individual skill to make it consistent. Even so, well, we'll have a very delayed end to this round as Copenhagen Wolves have decided to go for a rotation into A, but E-frag are awaiting.
I'm not too sure how good this decision is. They got low HP on zEVES, and Twist has got plenty of nades to work with. They're just going to want to save, I think, in this position to kind of keep up their money. They haven't got a lot of money anyway. They may as well, force up. They've got plenty of rounds. Force up next round with the 2 AK players. But no, they decided to go for it. Now finally, Twist will back off as his teammate dies, and generally,
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm not sure why he's not going for the frags here. They got loads of money, and E-frag don't have much in the way of cash.
I was looking at the two players who are completely poor.
Okay,
they don't have a lot of money really spread out.
Money.
They can put together a buy. I just looked at the money of 2 players and assumed that the whole team would be similar.
Wrong.
No,
I was wrong.
No, they can afford a full buy, so that's good enough for them. And now E-frag have got a nice put together buy as well, 5 kits as well, so they should be able to retake sites easily with that. But the nades lacking on 2 of the players.
You can see that Copenhagen Wolves in a lot of these rounds have realized that E-frag are not, even on their buys, and really not playing any presence towards the A side of the map. Usually the purpose of holding it is, of course, you can get some nice favorable fragging situations as the CTs, but also you can waste grenades from the Ts, and that's really important to do that. And we've seen Copenhagen Wolves very successful just slow pushing this every single time.
You mentioned earlier in one of the other maps, brutal shot by Twist. You mentioned earlier in one of the other maps that when you get so high up in score, you can just do one strat and just repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until you get that final 1 or 2 rounds. And it seems like that's exactly what Copenhagen Wolves doing. Flashing in, going into the site aggressively, and the CT setups are the same every round, so it's just allowing Copenhagen Wolves to predict where they're going to be. And that's 2 players down already, leaving just 2 remaining on the A site there. Nice frag by KO, but it's all in vain, I think, at this point. 3 versus 2, and there we go. zEVES peeks out and leaves just Dreamer alone. He's going to go down as well. And Copenhagen Wolves securing the draw and maybe even close to the win in getting qualified for the London DreamHack 2015.
I have to say that RUBINO's not been he's not been super awesome in this map necessarily. But he's been good, but I've definitely been impressed by RUBINO in this best of 5. He's done a lot of good stuff. He's created a lot of cool opportunities, and he's been pretty clutch and very decisive in some very pressured situations, which is nice to see RUBINO playing really well. And we'll have a pause as Copenhagen Wolves go to match point, series point, qualification point. And E-frag, look at this buy. They've got 2 FAMASes, 3 5-7s. You don't like their chances. I would not bet on them. You would bet your house on Copenhagen Wolves right now. I don't have a house though to bet, so it's,
yeah, zEVES should just be able to put forward a buy as well, an AK and full nade, so that should be okay. But just going live again now in a very tense round. It seems like E-frag haven't put together too good of a buy. They've got 2 pharmacists there, but really 3 pistols, not looking too good. And you know, they've got to get another 7 rounds in a row if they even want to put this into overtime. So I just don't realistically, I just don't see them even having a single chance here. Less than 1% in taking this even to overtime, let alone winning overtime. So I think at this point I'd say it's safe Copenhagen Wolves, but just got to see how it pans out and how many rounds E-frag can delay this inevitable. And there we go, Rubino flashing out, going into the side. He does get 1 frag. NKL on short with 2, picks up an AK, but no, zEVES is there to trade him out. Now it's a 3 versus 3. And there's still 2 pistols on E-frag, so that's not very good equipment for them for the retake. And no kits at all. Time is ticking out, and only 25 seconds. They want to include the defuse time without a kit. Rubino spraying into the smoke, and yep, this looks like the round that Copenhagen Wolves are taking. Rubino getting this shot off onto spyleadeR, and they know where the last 2 are now. Twist takes out bubble, and there we go. That will be it. 16-8 for the final map of that best of 5. Copenhagen Wolves take it 3-2, and that's going to be an incredible best of 5 there.
It's really cool to see Copenhagen Wolves doing very well. It's a household name in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, especially in the early days. We've not seen a lot from them. They've just acquired this new team, and they managed to qualify over E-frag. So very cool. We'll see them in a month. I think it's 19th to the 20th.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 play days for DreamHack Open London in September. And I mean, I'm sure everyone's thinking about the major now, of course. But I'm definitely excited to see more from them, because they'll have a month to work on their game and bring something even stronger. And we saw it there. You know, Twist is always going to be a massive boon to any team. This guy is very, very skilled. So I'm very excited to see them.
Yeah, definitely really good play by them. We weren't expecting that at all. We always thought that it was going to be, stomp for E-frag. But obviously not seeing Copenhagen Wolves play against LDLC White, I think that was. It didn't really give us enough of a good sample size to decide how good they were, and they really impressed us with that. And that's a solid play by Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah, absolutely. That said, E-frag definitely going to be very disappointed. I mean, everyone had pegged them to win this series. They're a team that have been together for so long. There's no excuse for them not to win this one. They have such an edge on experience on every single map that they're going to be incredibly disappointed. And it's one less tournament for them to get some extra exposure, extra practice and experience. So either way, once again, congratulations to Copenhagen Wolves, but also, of course, congratulations to SK Gaming, who were able to defeat Penta yesterday in a thrilling best of 5 as well. So SK, I think we saw a lot from Nico, who was standing in for them. So he was a big standout, but we definitely saw, generally speaking, that the way that the roles worked when Nico was playing, it fit in the team quite well, because it allowed Cadian to step up onto the AWP, and that was really nice to see Cadian in his element there. So hope to see more of that in the future from SK as well. So 2 exciting teams who have qualified, and I guess that's it for us when it comes to the casting. So thanks for joining us, Hugo.
No problem. Thanks for having me down.
Where can we find you?
You can find me on my Twitter. I think it just appeared at the bottom, at 2701Hugo. So be sure to check me out, say hi, follow if you'd like, and yeah. And I'd love to come down here again if that was ever an option. So thanks for having me down.
Sorry, mate.
Thanks, James.
And I think you're going to be in Cologne, right? So if you guys are popping over to Cologne for the major, you can go and say hello to Hugo.
I'm going as press, so if you're also in the press room, you might see me there. I'm going to be taking pictures for 27-1 there and trying to do some work there.
Exactly. All right, so thanks, guys, for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show. Remember to follow the channel, and we shall see you next time. I guess it's unconfirmed when the next broadcast will be, but just if you follow the channel, you will be notified. So have a great one. That's all from me and Hugo.